Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom with 7 kiddos. We were in public school previously, and now this is our 4th year of homeschooling. So I wasn't planning on doing actually a kindergarten update, but I really wanted to share this with you. I will link my other video or videos, whichever one I talk about. I think I talk about it in both of them. That my kindergartner, who has never had any private preschool like a couple of my other kids, has struggled a lot with um, letters and sounds and putting the two together. And I don't know if it's just like his learning style or what, but it's been difficult for him to kind of grasp that. But I believe in my last video, which was, I think, my kindergarten update video, I think was it around maybe December, a little bit before. I said that he was doing much better, but we were still kind of struggling with that. I wanted to update because I am so pleased with how his progress is going. We use The Good and the Beautiful. Their language arts levels, like I have mentioned before, are, I believe, and I think a lot of other people have said this as well, a level ahead. And so for my first grader, I went back a level to kindergarten, which is much more her pace. For my kindergartner, I went back to the basics because he was just not getting it. And I had looked at the kindergarten one and I said, there is no way that he is going to be ready for this. There's no way that he's going to be able to do this right now. So that is much more on their levels right now. The Good and the Beautiful does not do it by grade. Typically, I have found that the levels correspond with the grades for the most part. Math, they are on the kindergarten and first grade, or level K and level 1 levels. But for language arts, I feel like it is a level above. Now, with that being said, my 4th grader does do, and my 7th grader do the language arts, Good and Beautiful language arts, and they are on track, I think. However, they were the ones that had public school first. So anyway, I have been extremely pleased with how he is doing in the last, I guess, almost 2 months. We were a little slow start getting past that like first chunk of the alphabet. That middle of the alphabet kind of was where he was struggling. And he has just, it has been amazing to see his transformation. It has been, where before it was like his confidence was kind of lacking. And I don't know if that was just because of kind of frustration from me as well. Like, oh my gosh, can you please just recognize this letter? Like, what does this letter sound like? What, just understand it. But once I started really praising him for what he got right, as opposed to thinking, what is he not grasping? What is he not understanding? It was kind of a game changer. So now I have, in The Good and the Beautiful, right now he's currently doing it's the preschool one, because they redid their language arts for that level. And so it's now a preschool, which goes over the basic ones, and then they have the next level up before level K. And so getting used to those words, I'm kind of doing it kind of as a twofer with my almost 4-year-old, just to kind of get him used to the letters. And he is actually really picking up on quite a bit. So I think he's going to kind of fly through preschool when he starts next year officially. But the preschool curriculum, their preschool curriculum is much shorter. It is not, I don't think it is, it might last us, actually I don't think it'll last us a full year, but it could have, I guess, if I had really done all of the activities and all of the worksheets and all of that. But I don't do a lot of the extras if I don't feel like they need it. So it comes with little flashcards. And so I kind of figured that is what he how he learns best is by repetition. And that has been confirmed because I take the letter flashcards and I only punch out the ones that we have done so far. And every morning I shuffle them. I do not go in order. And that was the thing he was doing. Now, sometimes he will sit and look in like his letter, like KYL. I know that that's an L because that looks like what's in my name. But I don't do it in order. I don't go A, B, C, D. I don't do that. I shuffle the letters because that's what he was doing. He was memorizing it in order. And I didn't want him to do that. And so I shuffle them up, and each and every morning we do the uppercase and the lowercase of all the letters that we have done thus far before doing the actual lesson. And so now where it was like he would be guessing before I would hold up a letter like E, and he would be, D, B, F, he would go through it and until I said, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well, you're not guessing. This isn't a guessing game. Like, you should look at it and know it. So now I hold up the letters and it's like A, E, like, because he knows it. And so he's like, here we go again. And I'm like, no, this is what we're doing. We are repeating these over and over. J and G, he kind of gets mixed up. So those he's getting much better at. But overall, it has been tremendous game changer. So going over those and repetition and just repeating these things every single day, this is what we are doing because we have to keep on repeating these over and over and over again. So I wanted to give that update because I feel like there are quite a few people who have said that they struggled with this as well. And given that he's never been in a structured, super structured, like public or private school environment, it's hard for him to kind of understand why we're doing what we're doing and what the importance is of learning these things, these basic building blocks of everything. And so I just wanted to give that update because I feel like it was worth mentioning. It was worth doing a video on that. The repetition is key for this. And like I said, I don't mean doing it in order because they will just memorize the order, which he knows the alphabet and he knows, but looking at the letters that he was kind of unfamiliar with or unsure of was where we struggled with. And so doing it out of order, mixing it up, playing the matching game, which they do a lot of that in the curriculum, putting all of them down. Okay, I want you to pick out the uppercase J and then the lowercase J. Using those flashcards. You can use those flashcards in a variety of ways. I also have a bunch of games that I purchased. I think I purchased them last year. And I believe I did a video on that as well, which I will link. And he's done good with that, like with the bingo and stuff like that, where he doesn't realize he's actually learning, but, he is. So I wanted to give an update on that. As far as math goes, he is really good with math, I feel like. Some concepts I think are a little bit tough for him. The good and the beautiful with their math, there are some things that I think are a little bit ahead, but for the most part, I think we are pretty much on cue. They don't have the middle school math right now, so it is all elementary. So it's just my fourth grader and lower that are doing that. But I feel like that has been great for them as well. The only thing that I kind of wish they had a little bit shorter review. So what they'll do in that curriculum is they will teach the lesson or show the lesson. It's very short. The lesson itself is short. But then you have the review that kind of goes over what you've done in the past. So like, let's say you're working on clocks or time and, you're learning about, double digit addition. Well, then right after that, they go over the clocks, like in every single lesson, which is fine. If you feel like your child needs that extra practice. If they are telling time like this, then, do what you will with it, because that is what I feel like for most of the curriculum, not just the good and the beautiful, or any of the curriculum, Matthew C, the good and the beautiful, anything, I kind of nitpick if there's things that I feel like they don't need to do the extra of. So anyway, I wanted to give that update because I wanted to express how happy I am that he is progressing in this. We will see. They are going to be, I think, releasing some more changes in their language arts. And so I'm anxious to see what that looks like. They've uploaded, I think, a few videos or a couple videos on their Facebook or on their YouTube channel regarding that. So I'm interested to see what those changes are. And I believe, my understanding is, like, for the first grade curriculum, or for the kindergarten curriculum that my first grader is doing currently, they have a lot of like mini books and stuff that you put together. I think those are going away. So I'm assuming everything is just going to kind of be condensed into the course book itself. So, but we will see. I will give an update when I find out more on that, as well as when I purchase that, because I plan on doing that as well. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.